Hi everyone, Jim here for Mystery and Mayhem. Today I'm going to take a break from adventure, and I'm going to do a book haul for you today. This last Sunday, just to put everything in context, we were going to stay home and relax on Sunday and just have a nice easy day. But my wife ended up buying a rug off Facebook Marketplace, so we went to pick it up on Sunday. And while we were out, we decided we'd go out for lunch, and we would maybe stop at Value Village and check out the books and check out what's going on there. So I came across a few interesting books I wanted to share with you. I thought I'd share with you guys since book hauls are always popular, and I always look to see what people are picking up at the bookstore or the thrift shops. So I've only got a few, and I'm only going to do a real quick video. I got some paperbacks and some hardcovers, and I came across some pretty nice finds, actually. I was surprised because, Value Village, it's a thrift store. You don't really get, a lot of really good stuff there. And they've tended lately, they've raised their prices now. So, instead of paying, $3 for a hardcover, you're spending like, $7 or $8 for a hardcover, and it's a thrift store. That's not why I go to a thrift store. I want to get stuff cheap. So I don't know. I mean, they're making it difficult now. There's no bookstores around, and if the thrift stores start raising all their prices for their books, I mean, that's an issue. But anyway, I'll show you what I got. I got some pretty cool stuff. I got a Sherlock Holmes Choose Your Own Adventure book called The Black River Emerald. Now, I've got another one in this series, and I was happy to find this because you really don't see these around a lot, and this is from, I think, the 80s, so they're not 87. Yeah, so you don't find these around a lot, and I was I snagged that one as soon as I saw it. And they're always a lot of fun. So that was a good find. Now, for those who don't really know me, I mean, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, and I've got about 20 of the Doctor Who novels on my shelf, and I ran into these ones at Value Village for like $1.99. So these were a good deal. And there you see Patrick Troughton, the second Doctor, in a book called Dreams of Empire by Justin Richards. Now, Justin Richards has a long storied career writing, for Doctor Who, and usually his books are really, really good. I got a lot of when I started getting these, I wanted to get a lot of stories about the Eighth Doctor, which was portrayed by Paul McGann in the Doctor Who movie. So I've got a lot of them, but these were just, these were a nice find. And there's the Fifth Doctor called Zeta Major by Simon Messingham. So yeah, you don't see these around a lot much anymore either. And they're always a lot of fun. I enjoy reading them. So that was a good thing. And then here's the novelization of the Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves movie that starred Kevin Costner. And I mean, I'm always up for Robin Hood stuff. And it's a novel by Simon Green. And this came out in 1991, I guess about the same time when the movie came out. And I enjoyed this movie. And I think this is the one that had Sean Connery show up at the end as King Richard, which I thought was very cool, since he's played Robin Hood in Robin and Marian. And I thought that was just a nice little, a nice thing in the movie. So I was happy to get that. And, maybe it's a good book for Garbaga since it's an adaptation of a movie, but I was happy to get that. And here I got a book for ready for June on the Range. Not that I have a lack of books for June on the Range, but I was very happy to find this one by Lauren Zane Grey, which was Zane Grey's son. And he continued a lot of his father's characters and stories in later books. And this one is called The Lassiter Luck, which features his character Lassiter, So, I thought that was and it's in really good shape. And this one's a few years old. This one came out in 1986, and it's in like perfect condition by Pocket Books. And yeah, I'm going to add that to my shelf. And I'm going to have to come up with a list that I'm going to read for June on the Range. And what I have in mind is I think I might read a lot of the older Western writers. You know, I mean, everybody knows Louis L'Amour and Zane Grey, but I want to read some of the old guys, Will Henry, Elmer Kelton. You know, but as soon as I figure out a list for that, I'll share it here with you guys. The last paperback I got was from the Mystery Writers of America, Crime Hits Home. I mean, I'm always up for these anthologies, these crime and mystery anthologies, and I kind of grab them whenever I can. So I've got quite a collection of them. And some of the authors in here include, well, it's edited by S.J. Rosen, and it's got stories by Sarah Paretsky, Susan Breen, Walter Mosley has a story in here. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading that. And they're always like a themed collection. So this is regarding, you know, crimes and mysteries regarding home. You know, I haven't really read the introduction to this yet, but let's see what it says. Everyone has somewhere they feel safe, but even in these safest of places, sometimes crime hits home. And basically that's what these stories will feature, that kind of thing. So I was happy to find that one. Now, on to the hardcovers. I got 4 hardcovers, and one of them specifically I'm very happy about, and I'll save that one for last. But I found another anthology of Christmas stories, mystery stories, called Lady on the Case. It doesn't have a dust jacket, unfortunately, but this is edited by Bill Pronzini and Marcia Mueller and Martin Greenberg. And these all feature lady detectives. So, yeah, I kind of had to snag this one, and it's in pretty good shape. Stories by Baroness Orczy, Catherine Green, Anthony Boucher, Minion Eberhard, Agatha Christie, Marcia Mueller, Edward D. Hoke, Cornell Woolrich. Yeah, it's got quite a few of them in here. So, again, Sarah Paretsky, Sue Grafton, Stuart Palmer, which probably features his character, Hildegard Withers. So, yeah, that was a good find. You guys might remember or might recall the name Roderick Thorpe. Now, he wrote the book that Die Hard was based on. Nothing Lasts Forever, I think, was the name of that novel. And as I said, they based Die Hard on that book. And here's another police procedural novel by Roderick Thorpe called Rainbow Drive. And this is a first edition hardcover, which, you know, saw that on the shelf. I couldn't believe it. And this is from 1986. So that's just a very, very cool find. I'm looking forward to reading that one. That always makes me happy, finding that kind of stuff. Now, this one, I hummed and hawed over getting this because I've got so many books, and, you know, the big books just kind of seem to weigh everything down, you know. And but I kind of had to get this one, The Best American Mystery Stories of the Century, edited by Tony Hillerman and the series editor Otto Penzler. So there's a lot of really good stories in this, and it's a big book, and I don't really have a space for it, but to hell with it. I wanted to get it, and yeah, it's got Lawrence Block, Joyce Carol Oates, Harlan Ellison, Shirley Jackson, Margaret Miller, Stanley Ellen, Ross McDonald, Ellery Queen, I should say, Cornell Woolrich, Raymond Chandler. Yeah, I couldn't pass that up. So, you know, one of these days I'm going to have to purge my books to make room for all these ones. But that one's a tome. Now, this next book, I couldn't believe it when I saw it on the shelf. I've never ever seen these on the shelves ever, and my wife and I religiously watch the booktube channel Gene Stanier Genius Stanier Books, I think it's called, or Genius Stanier. I'll link her below. But her favorite series of novels are the Thrush Green novels by Miss Reed. And I saw this one on the shelf, and as soon as I saw it, I snatched it and I held it greedily to my breast. Yeah, I didn't want to let it go. And I couldn't believe I'd found it. And this is actually the last book. I do believe it's got it's an omnibus volume, and it contains extracts from the world of Thrush Green and 2 novellas, I guess, Celebrations at Thrush Green and The Year at Thrush Green. So yeah, I clutched this. I wasn't letting this go. And like I said, I've never, ever seen these on the shelf. Not that I was looking for them, but I mean, since we've been watching Genius Stanier, I kind of keep an eye out for them. And yeah, so that's just a very, very cool cover. And my wife will probably read this, and I might get around to it. I got so many things to read, but I was just so happy to find that. And yeah, we love Genius Stanier's channel. And as I said, I'll link her below. And yeah, so that's just a real quick book haul that I wanted to share with you guys. And if this video gets up today, the next day, Friday, we're going to have an adventure live stream, number 3 in the series. So I hope you guys will join us for that. And it'll be my first time hosting a live stream. So wish me luck, and I hope it all goes well, but it should be a fun one. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys go, and I hope you enjoyed the quick book haul. I'll talk to you guys soon. You take care and keep reading.